Hello everybody! We're back with episode, I think, is this episode 4 or 5? I can't even remember. But yeah, we're back with, oh god, come on. 1, 2, yeah, episode 4, I'm gonna say it's 4. Definitely 4. So yeah, of Marvel's most powerful characters. So, make sure you watch the first 3, basically, to try and help you to understand these ones. This one is number 69 all the way up to number 60. Yeah, I'm just gonna get into it. By the way, this is kind of around the power of 1 or 2 Infinity Stones kind of thing. So like, someone with a couple of Infinity Stones probably is around the same power of these guys, but there are some who are a little higher up on the list. So, anyway, so coming in at number 69 is the Aspirants. The Aspirants were created by the first universe, so way back. So I think I was like the 7th universe or something in Marvel, but way back to the first universe. You had this, it was kind of like a sentient universe. It was called the First Firmament. They're a little higher up on this list, but they were kind of lonely, the first universe, so they created the Aspirants to do their bidding, basically. And they also created the Celestials. The Aspirants are sometimes known as the Dark Celestials because, well, they didn't really want to do much, but they basically wanted to go around like causing destruction and creating life and killing it. But the Celestials wanted to see the life evolve, things like that. They wanted to like see what their creations could do, really, and they got into this big old war. The Celestials won, but the Aspirants aren't here anymore. So that's the Aspirants. Although the Aspirants, it was like a pretty tough war. Like the Aspirants did create something that managed to kill a load of Celestials, which I may mention a little bit later. But so that's the Aspirants. So in terms of powers, an Aspirant has probably similar powers to a Celestial. Really, that's not much help, is it? They are composed of pure energy. They've got energy manipulation, incredible strength, incredible speed. They're like the size of planets. We've seen these guys, like, they can throw planets like they're just like balls, really. There are some more powerful Aspirants than others. That's about it for the Aspirants. They've also got like very advanced telepathy, stuff like that. So, coming in at number 68 is actually the Horde. Now, the Horde are kind of like a group like the Aspirants or the Celestials, really. And currently, in this current universe of Marvel, the Horde and the Celestials are the two kind of people out there. The two races that go around doing life. And they both serve a character called the Fulcrum, who just leads them. I'll come into reasons for that later, because the Fulcrum's a little higher up on this list. But the Horde basically are sort of the counterparts of the Celestials. So, you know what, I'm just going to say it. Number 67 is the Celestials. So, I'm going to explain the Horde and the Celestials together. It works a little better like that. So, the Horde and the Celestials are like kind of a yin and a yang. But the Celestials, what they do is they put life on other planets and they come back and they judge it later and they see if it's worthy or not. Not like Thor, but you know, see if it's up to standard, really. And then they'll come and they'll separate the Earth. They'll put some into the group, which is the Eternals. They'll leave some with potential, and then they'll make some really unstable. That's how the Horde works, and that's how the Celestials work. Sorry. And the Horde is just basically their counterparts. They serve the Fulcrum as well, but they do the opposite of what the Celestials do. That's the easiest way to explain it. Yeah. So that's the Horde. Coming in at number 66 is Omega. Now, there are a couple of characters called Omega who are way less powerful, but the Omega that I am referring to, well, they're awesome. Wait till you hear. Omega is a clone of Thanos mixed with the DNA of Galactus. Yes, you heard me right. So, what happened is, I won't go too much into the origins, but basically, Thanos had built a bunch of clones. He managed to get some of Galactus' DNA, and he built a clone of him and Galactus, and through whatever manner and whatever means, an asteroid like smashed Thanos' cloning lab. I'm not going to say why it happens. Well, it's kind of a little bit confusing, but an asteroid smashes the lab, and this character Omega manages like awakens and gets out. They're called like Thanos I believe, the clones of Thanos. So all the clones of Thanos went around like plotting the end of the universe, you know, just Thanos stuff. But this one character Omega got out. Now Omega's powers, like, it's unbelievable how much power they have. They have the power of Thanos and the power of Galactus, like, amped up to a huge amount. but they can't speak, and they've got their like incredibly slow reactions, things like that. It's difficult to. I would compare them to sort of more powerful than Galactus. Are they more powerful than Galactus? Yes, definitely more powerful than Galactus, Omega. So, and definitely more powerful than Thanos. The only way that Thanos was able to beat him is through basically being smarter than them. I'm not too sure how he actually managed to kill him, but it was Thanos. If someone in the comments put that down there, that'd be helpful. But he would. Omega is. In terms of powers, you've got the powers of Galactus, but amped up more. So you've got like energy protection, basically omnipotence, really, like insane telepathy, all the stuff that Galactus and Thanos have. So apart from their one thing, which is that they're slow, really, and they got incredibly slow reactions, stuff like that. That was the only reason they were able to be beaten, because they basically never really knew what Thanos and everyone was trying to do when they were trying to kill them. So that's Omega. I mean, if Omega got loose in the Marvel Universe and like they knew what they would be nearly unstoppable, really. I mean, I say unstoppable, and yet I've got like 50, 60 other characters who are more powerful than them. So anyway, that's Omega. Coming in at number 65 is Null, the symbiote god. Now, you may have heard of symbiotes before. Venom is one of them. There's others like Carnage and Riot, but Null is the creator of all of them. So Null existed before the current universe, and what it's kind of a funny story, but he existed in like, so I believe it's called like the Darkness. It's called the Darkness or something like that. And that's when Null existed, and he basically started like experimenting and having a look and building symbiotes and stuff like that. And what happened is, when the Celestials and everyone were created at the start of the universe, he got so angry at them, he just went on a rampage, killing a bunch of them, because he was like, there is too much light in this universe. You know, this light is getting in the way of all my lovely darkness, is basically Null. And Null has probably got one of the most awesome weapons with the coolest name ever in one of the most awesome weapons and the coolest name ever in Marvel Comics. If you know the name of Null's weapon, put it in the comments section down below. Everyone get amazed. I'm not gonna say. I want to get you guys a little bit more interacting. So Null, in terms of powers, he's managed to slaughter countless Celestials. His swords actually got taken. Well, his sword didn't get taken, but Null fell. He was like wounded, and his sword like bonded to a new host who was Gore the God Butcher, who actually managed to pretty much enslave every Thor of every universe, which is pretty cool. Null also has control over pretty much all symbiotes. There are a couple that he only really has control over them when they are malevolent entities, when they're like bad, basically, because he's all things bad, Null. In terms of powers, he can control all the symbiotes, insane strength, insane speed. His weapon is so cool. His weapon is so cool ever. It's one of the coolest weapons. Coolest name of any weapon, in my opinion. Awesome. So he's got a super cool sword. He's also got like vast cosmic powers, like insane stuff. He predates the universe, so he's at that level of power, really. So that is Null. Coming in at number 64 is Zom. Zom is an extra-dimensional demon who, I think his origins are kind of shrouded, but he was created, and he's just basically another kind of all things malevolent, all evil things kind of guy. He's on power in terms of power, like easily could kill Galactus, stuff like that, easy. Zom did get loose in the Marvel Universe once, and I believe it was Yes, I'm remembering the story now. It's coming back to me. So Umar, and who's basically Dormammu but a little bit more powerful, went and basically tried to attack Doctor Strange, and it didn't turn out too well for him. did not turn out too well for Doctor Strange, because Doctor Strange literally had to release Zom, this demon who he'd never really seen too much before, and he came out of like wherever he was hiding, and he existed, and Zom basically is able to, he kind of predates Dormammu and all of those guys. He basically went around killing a bunch of them, a bunch of these original entities like Dormammu, and Umar was attacking Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange released Zom, and Zom immediately attacks Umar, defeats Umar, easy, super easy, because he would immediately go for like the strongest entity in the area, which is Umar. And then what he ended up doing is, the only reason why Zom is not way higher up on this list is because he has a weakness, which is like this little tuft of hair or something on him, which Doctor Strange like cut, which basically stops. The little tuft of hair was meant to be like a sort of cosmic shield. I don't know how it works really, but it's sort of like a cosmic shield. And as soon as Doctor Strange cuts this away, the Living Tribunal shows up and just annihilates him. Oh god, I love the Living Tribunal. Super cool character. But again, way higher up on this list. That's Zom. If Zom really got loose again in the Marvel Universe, he would just wreck everyone. Literally all of the characters. You could not name a character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe who he could not beat. Zom could literally beat all of them. I mean, Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, maybe, I'll put a maybe there. Actually, probably Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet, but anyone apart from that, easy win for Zom. He would wreck Asgard, all of that, definitely. So, that's Zom. Again, in terms of powers, virtual omnipotence, really, insanely powerful, insanely fast, insanely strong, you know, all of the general stuff. That's where you're coming in with these powers of these guys. It's like omnipotence. What's the next person's power? Also omnipotence. But I'm gonna give them like, I'm gonna name them like tiers of omnipotence. That's how I'm kind of gonna go for it. For example, like, you can have a character like Odin who could seem omnipotent. He has like a basically limitless source of power, but in the grand scheme of things, not that good. And then if you take a character like, I don't know, maybe Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet has got omnipotence, but omnipotence way surpassing Odin, something like that. So that's Zom. Coming in at number 63 is the God Killer Armor. Now, the God Killer Armor was that was the thing that decimated the Celestials during the Aspirant and Celestial War that I was talking about. The God Killer Armor literally killed like thousands of Celestials until it was defeated. So this thing's immediately stronger than literally thousands of Celestials. Isn't that cool? That's awesome, gotta say. It's insanely powerful. It's only ever been used once, apart from its use in the Celestial War, which is like when Tony Stark managed to get in it, and man, that was cool. That's an awesome story. I've got to narrate that. But the God Killer Armor's basically got the strength to literally kill Celestials, literally destroy Celestials, destroy them. So yeah, that's the God Killer Armor. Now, coming in at number 61. I believe. Yes, coming in, that is it. Coming in at number 61 is Kronos. Kronos is the god of time. Now, Kronos is the god of time, really. He's the Titan god of time. Well, he's a vastly powerful cosmic entity. His main powers are time. He can do all things to do with time, really. He can like throw people into the past, bring them back to the future, stuff like that. Which is what's pretty cool. Oh yeah, talking about time, I forgot to mention, when Zom was beaten, his spirit and things were placed by eternity in like a time beyond time and a place beyond places. Just a little fun fact. But Kronos is the Lord of Time. I would compare them really in power to slightly below the Time Stone level power, but again, vast cosmic powers, things like that. Literally galactic level power as well. So that's Kronos. Kronos was able to be enslaved by Thanos with the Cosmic Cube, but that's where we're getting to at this point. So this is where I'm breaking off the tier list to be kind of these guys. Everyone above now is as powerful as a Cosmic Cube or more powerful. Then there'll be a level where I say these guys are more powerful than the Infinity Gauntlet, stuff like that. I think that's a good way of describing it. So, that is Kronos. At number 61 is M-Day Scarlet Witch. Now, M-Day Scarlet Witch is nuts. This is basically Scarlet Witch using like the most amount of chaos magic, which is like magic channeled directly from Chthon. And she uses this, and she has insane reality-altering powers. She wipes out 90% of the Earth's mutants like it's nothing, literally. This Scarlet Witch is so much more powerful than the Scarlet Witch that we have seen in Marvel Cinematic Universe. I'm thinking this may be what they're leading to from the WandaVision series. Scarlet Witch's powers are, again, incredible reality warping, energy manipulation, magic, really, but on the scales like that we've almost never seen before. Incredibly powerful. She's probably, at this point, one of the most powerful sorcerers ever at that point. So, coming in at number 60 is Cosmos. Now, Cosmos is an interesting character. Cosmos is basically a sentient cosmic cube. Now, cosmic cubes are little bits of energy sectioned off from the realm of the Beyonders and put in little containment units which look like cubes. They can be other shapes, which have been shown in like Infinity War, where there's like really weird shapes that they have, like circles and spheres even. But Cosmos is a sentient cosmic cube. The powers of the cosmic cube, it's literally a wishing box. Whatever you want, the cosmic cube will just give it to you. Why is some people argue the cosmic cube, like, which is more powerful, cosmic cube or infinity gauntlet? Now, the cosmic cube will allow you to have anything, but it doesn't give you complete control over everything. The infinity gauntlet really gives you control of basically all aspects of the universe, whereas the cosmic cube is literally a wishing box with no upper limit. That's how I'm going to describe it. In some cases it may do the same job as the Infinity Gauntlet, in some cases it may do it better, but overall I believe the Infinity Gauntlet is more powerful. So, that is it for our video. That is it for we're up to number 60 now. Coming in later will be number 59 all the way up to 50. Stay tuned for that video coming out next Tuesday. I'll see you guys then. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, leave a thumbs up, all that stuff. Bye guys.